So let's review the screens for when you're on a trip. So here I'm on a trip. I'm en route to the pickup address. I'm actually on site right now. So you can see I have an on-site status showing here. And the call out that just went out, which automatically happened when I went on site. So the GPS of my tablet tells the system that I'm on site and it automatically sends a call out. The call out goes in two ways. Either it goes out as a text message to those who have cell phones saying that your driver is here, please come out now. Press 1 if you're coming out, press 2 if you want to cancel. Or it goes as a voice recording to those that are on landlines. So that is the call out. You do have a call out button here that could reinitiate a call out. This is particularly helpful if you're in places like a hospital or a college campus or something like that where the pickup address isn't exactly matching the actual location for the pickup. So you can reinitiate a call out. I don't think you can do it immediately after you're on site. You may have to wait a few minutes, but that's what that's for. The request to talk button is your opportunity to again reach the dispatcher, so you can press yes there to say that yes, I want to talk to a dispatcher, and they'll call you on your cell phone. Then of course you have the no-show button here. This gives you the opportunity to no-show this trip if the passenger never shows up, and that will get cleared and approved by our dispatchers, so you can be on your merry way from there. And then you have this really cool button here. We call it the call PAX button, to call the passenger. So if you want to reach the passenger directly, which I think is a great thing for drivers to, and we really encourage drivers to always utilize this button as much as possible. You're just going to tap on that button, and I'm getting this message here because I've tapped on too many buttons too many times, so it's asking me to take a moment to breathe. But now I got the time, so I go ahead and press that button, and it's going to initiate a phone call where it's going to call your cell phone, and then you're going to answer your cell phone, and then it's going to automatically start ringing the passenger once you answer your cell phone from having pressed this button. So that's how this call PAX feature works. Your cell phone, and then you answer, and then it calls the passenger. So those are the buttons down here. You also have all of this information here: the call number, the due time, the status of the trip, the name of the passenger. If there's an account number associated with the trip, it'll show here. The type of trip, in this case, it's an app trip with the Ride Yellow app, which we like to promote. It's our app. And we have any notes about the trip. We also have the pickup address. And then we do have the navigation button. So if you need to navigate, you can tap on that button and it will take you to Google Maps. You can enter a destination address if you don't already have one and get your turn-by-turn navigation that way. So that is all the buttons there. And now to finish on this screen, we're actually going to start a trip. So you just tap on that, and there's your floating meter, which you can move around the screen. And you can also expand it. So one thing I forgot to discuss in the last video about the meter was the rare case, but possible, of needing a toll. So you want to go to add fare, and if you want to add a toll, there's an add toll button. So this is, if you're on a fast track or something like that, and you can increase this in 50-cent increments up to a limited dollar amount. I think it's $20 or something like that. And then you can set that, and so there you go. You have your toll added to the trip. So I can minimize that, and you can see now my total is $8.15 currently for this trip. So just wanted to cover that toll. Now your meter also does get locked onto the side here when it's expanded. So if you want to float it again, you minimize, and then you're able to again move it around the screen. So now I want to go ahead and end this trip. So I'm going to press time off. Actually, I'm going to remove that toll because I'm going to charge my card, and I don't want it to charge my card so much money. So we're going to go ahead and press time off, and we're just going to press end trip. Now for this particular trip, this is a Ride Yellow app trip, so I'm getting a review payment screen, which is processing the credit card that I stored in the app. And now you can see I got a confirmation, which is the payment summary screen showing that the driver was paid a total of $3.92, and the fare was $3.45. We have a promo value, so this was an app trip with the Ride Yellow app. Here in Los Angeles, we provide a 25% off all app trips that are being paid with a credit card on file, so I got that discount. I also gave a tip percentage, which amounted to 47 cents. And here's my Visa card with the total that I paid for the trip. Of course, the driver got paid a larger portion because of this promo value, which was covered by the company. So that is the payment summary screen as it relates to this particular trip, which is again a Ride Yellow app trip. So, and you can see here, email receipt sent. So upon ending the trip, the customer automatically receives an email receipt for this particular trip. But for most trips, you're going to want the customer to pay using the PIM, the credit card machine in the back of the cab. Or sorry, to receive the receipt, an e-receipt, which is really easy to do. And you'll find out in a separate training. So I'm going to close this call and message acknowledge. This is just processing. Takes a second and it will clear out and I'll be available to take my next trip. And there you have it. That is the screens for being on a trip.